very hard-working, quite versatile. He has an excellent attitude and he just keeps on ploughing away. I'm just curious to see whether he'll be allowed to operate more like an inside forward, because that's when he seems to be at his most productive.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one.
Pedro Neto. James.
Caicedo.
Good chance here! His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Fernandes. Now it's João Pedro.
Out to the right.
And it's James.
Now, what about a counter-attack?
Palmer. Caicedo. Fernandes.
João Pedro. Here's a chance!
And he comes up trumps again.
Well, the keeper saved his team again here, Peter, but he needs more protection from this defence.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
Gordon was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
James. Chalobah. Fernandes. Cucurella. Garnacho.
Good play on the left-hand side here. Nice control.
Fernandes. João Pedro.
And he shoots!
Oh, that was close.
And it's Hall.
Lovely bit of skill. Looking for a decent ball in.
Sanchez claims it. Safe hands.
It's a good run down the right.
He's shifting through the gears here.
Aimed in towards the centre.
And it's kept out by a stubborn defence. Caicedo. Now it's João Pedro.
Is there any
Chance, surely!
good try? The outcome could so easily have been different.
João Pedro certainly got the pace he wanted on that, but not the all-important bend.
Well read, nice interception. Caicedo. Colwill. Cucurella. Chalobah. Palmer. Caicedo.
Over to the left. Livramento cuts out the pass.
João.
Oh, perfect. Can he finish?
Cucurella gets good distance on it.
Livramento.
That's tidy. So who's he picking out?
Joelinton.
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
Well-timed, excellent interception.
Willock. That's really well manoeuvred.
Chalobah getting this one clear.
João Pedro.
Great defending, strong and determined.
Willock.
Thiaw.
Gently done.
Colwill. Chalobah. Palmer. Colwill, aim forwards.
And it's played forward.
Chalobah clears it away.
And they're not going to make any further progress now.
Palmer. Spread out to the left. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. That's a nicely weighted pass. There are a few waiting for it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He is through here. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Livramento forwards and with intent. Colwill getting this one clear. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And that is out of play. Fernandes. James shifted upfield. Colwill. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Joelinton. Now it's João Pedro. Pedro Neto. James. Palmer. Garnacho. Now it's João Pedro. Goes for a shot! Thiaw tries to clear. And here's Palmer. Shapes to shoot! Split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Danger averted for now. Get a throw in.
Oh, that's nice.
Garnacho. Now here's the delivery. Here comes another cross. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Joelinton. Chance here to counter. Gordon. Moved on forwards. James. 0-0 still. No lack of chances though.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
And that's been won straight back. Xiao. It's an inviting looking ball, that.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Pedro Neto. João Pedro. Joelinton does really well to win the ball there. Botman, nicely aimed pass. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. João Pedro. Fernandes. Caicedo. Fernandes. Out to the left it goes. Played into the middle. And it's claimed by the keeper. Pedro Neto. Now it's João Pedro. Bruno Guimaraes wins the duel this time. Paul gently done. Caicedo. Cucurella. That's really well manoeuvred. Livramento too strong for his opponent there. Willock. Xiao. Oh, there's a probing ball. Palmer shifted upfield. Botman played up towards the front line. Aim forwards. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And that is as far as they're going to go. Nice defending, it's got the job done. And it's Joelinton. Joelinton played out to the left flank. Oh, sweet feet. Plenty waiting in the middle. A real chance! Cucurella clears it away. Colwell. And it's played forward. Garnacho, now he's off and running. Xiao. Xiao forwards and with intent. Murphy. Murphy on a strong run down the right. Lovely feet. Murphy's cross. Couldn't quite control it.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Defending of the desperate variety. Joelinton. Looks as though there's been a call to arms here for those 6-foot plenties to head towards the penalty area.
Yeah, they've got plenty targets awaiting, so they'll be looking to get on the end of anything that gets played into the box.
Shoots! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Fernandez. Caicedo. João Pedro. Oh, good spread. Cross goes in there. And that has been cleared. Deftly away. And it's Willock. And here's Murphy. And that could set him on his way. Sanchez breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Pedro Neto. Now it's João Pedro. Now it's Garnacho. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Willock, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Early ball out from the back. And it's played forward. Fernandez. That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Palmer. Garnacho. Played out to the right. So what can they make of this? Palmer. João Pedro. Palmer gently done. Willock. Paul, that's a sharp pass. Fernandez. And he cuts out the supply. And here's Gordon. Played into space out wide. And he'll hit it first time! Good movement there, but not the best of finishes.
Well, I thought the keeper was really confused as to what to do then, whether to come and take it or stay on his line, and yet in the end, he's allowed to get away with a lot of indecision there.
Fernandez. Colwell. Caicedo. Garnacho. Palmer. João Pedro. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Fernandez. Caicedo. Now it's João Pedro. And it's Caicedo. Decent chance! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Pope sends that a long way. João Pedro. And the ball's come loose here. Palmer. João Pedro. And here's Neto. Now it's João Pedro. Gordon. Bruno Guimaraes. And it's Willock. Jacob Murphy. And he welcomes it in. Willock. Caicedo shifted upfield. He's got away. João Pedro. Palmer. Cucurella crosses. Willock attempts a clearance. And it's Cucurella. Has crossed into the middle. Hall is there and he can get that clear. But not much. He's having a shot! Attempts, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Garnacho played out towards the right wing. James. Pedro Neto looking to get on the end of this. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. That's the throw. Hall. Has a look and plays it forward. Fernandez. Caicedo. Fernandez. Caicedo. Aim forwards. Now it's Pedro Neto. And it's Fernandez. Looking here to chip it through. It's come to nothing. Dinks one through. Yep, it's a corner. And he'll shoot here! Oh, it's come loose. He'll try to keep this alive.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Garnacho. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Can he get onto this? Caicedo. Caicedo stood his ground strongly. Now it's João Pedro. Palmer does really well to win the ball there. James. There's the header! Not offside that time. Pope, long ball by the goalkeeper. And here's Murphy. Livramento looking to hit the byline here. And it's Joelinton. Bruno Guimaraes. Chalobah spread out to the left. Played back to the goalkeeper. Thiaw goes forward. It's gone out for a throw-in. Palmer. Fernandez. João Pedro. Bruno Guimaraes wins the duel this time.
João Pedro really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And here's Neto. Botman, a good-looking ball. Gordon. That's very neat. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's Guimaraes. He's had a shot! It's anyone's ball now. Pedro Neto absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Garnacho. Looking to break at pace. Well measured. Delicate finish! Just lacked a decent finish.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Garnacho. Easy pickings there. Xiao. Botman. That's a lovely, neat pass. Chalobah gets it away. Moved on forwards. Caicedo. Colwill. And it's played forward. Garnacho. Caicedo. Now it's João Pedro. And here's Neto. Pedro Neto! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Pedro Neto clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And it's Palmer. João Pedro. Out to the right. Looks across and plays it in. Fernandez. Good spread. Pedro Neto crossed in once more. In comes the corner. They've played it short. James. Murphy getting this one clear. Gordon. 2 minutes to be added on. Now it's Gordon. And it's Hall. That is lovely. James. Some good work on the right flank here. And he's managed to get free. That's good play. Hit into the middle. Cleared away.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Cucurella goes on a run down the left wing. It's played into the area. That's going to go a long way. Linton. And we've reached half-time. A decent enough half, but either side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So there was the first half.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And the game has already resumed here. Big chance! Time stood still.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Fernandez. Palmer. Livramento attempts a clearance. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That has been cut short. And that's really well manoeuvred. And it's Livramento. Willock. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Linton. Over to the left. Hall. Up he goes! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Chalobah. Livramento. He's gone direct here. And it's Willock. Oh, what a climb! He will be livid with himself. Fernandez. Caicedo. Palmer. Fernandez. Played towards the other side. Garnacho chasing after it. Palmer. Calmly anticipates. Played towards the front line. Garnacho. Solid defending, refused to be outmuscled. Jacob Murphy. Botman. Quality ball.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Garnacho. Palmer. Fernandez. João Pedro. Palmer. Garnacho. Cucurella. And here's Garnacho. Palmer. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Xiao. Bruno Guimaraes. Hall. Hall forwards and with intent. Palmer. Caicedo. Cucurella shifted upfield. Caicedo. João Pedro. Fernandez. Great defending, strong and determined. Caicedo. Xiao cuts it out. And here's Neto. Bruno Guimaraes gets it clear. James, chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
João Pedro is offering a wry smile there.
Linton clears it away. Cucurella. Bruno Guimaraes gets across to intercept that. Xiao. Jacob Murphy. Murphy making good progress on the right-hand side. Time to deliver. And can he finish it? Oh, that is rather wayward.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Colwell aim forwards. Chalobah. Fernandez. Out to the left it goes. Livramento does really well there, strong defending. Caicedo. And it's Cucurella. Botman gets it away. Linton, gently done. Bruno Guimaraes. Xiao, driven forward. Chalobah gets over and intercepts. Moved on forwards. Palmer. Garnacho. Palmer. Pedro Neto. There's the shot! Tries to get it clear. Ball comes in. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Looking for a corner. Can he goes to finish? That has been knocked clear. And here's the shot! Up towards the front line, James makes the interception. And they've got a throw. Linton. Palmer. And it's played forward. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Cucurella. Oh, it's played into the area. And the shot's Pedro Neto! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Willock. Murphy is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
It's run loose here. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Fernandez plays it short. Showing good feet. Can he deliver? Fernandez.
I think those reactions say it all. He didn't wait for the support, and the chances gone a-begging.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Willock. That's really well manoeuvred. Nicely intercepted. Fernandez. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Caicedo shifted upfield. Murphy providing an outlet on that flank. Palmer. Caicedo. Garnacho. Aim forwards. Palmer. Now that's well seen too. Palmer!
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Joelinton, forwards and with intent. Palmer. João Pedro. Chance for a shot! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Look, they seem set on a tactic that's not really yielding any results. You'd imagine they're targeting a weakness, but they look a weakness themselves.
He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Physical challenge, and that's really well manoeuvred. Joelinton. Oh, this looks sharp. Colwell gets it away. Willock aim forwards. Livramento. Palmer. Caicedo. Plenty of action at either end, just nothing to show for it.
Well, from an entertainment viewpoint, it's not the scoreline we would have wanted at this stage, although I'm not complaining about the commitment being shown. We've seen plenty of goalmouth action.
Tries to get it clear. Joelinton. He's played it long. That is a brilliant interception. Caicedo. Ball's played through. Garnacho in acres of space out wide. Oh, can he get onto this? And it's Livramento. Willock shifted upfield. Caicedo. Oh, played through for the wide man. Garnacho. Play for a throw. And here's Pop. Caicedo could try cutting inside here. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Played out to the right. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Joelinton. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Strong running down that left flank. That has been knocked clear. Palmer. João Pedro. Spread out to the left. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. He's cut it out. Bruno Guimaraes, gently done. And it's Joelinton. And here's Gordon. Oh, that's neat. Caicedo with the clearance. Garnacho. And here's the chance to counter. Cucurella. Caicedo. He is just caressing the ball. Played into the... hits it first time! Oh, smashing header! Didn't quite get enough on that.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Over to the left. Gordon. Aimed in. Bullish header! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Caicedo attempts a clearance. Real chance! And it's Palmer. Now it's Garnacho. Cucurella. Chalobah. James. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. There are a few waiting for it. But across it goes. That's really well cleared. And they can counter here. Now it's João Pedro. Palmer played out towards the right wing. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Looking for a decent ball in. Pedro Neto, that's been drilled in. Cucurella. Chalobah. Palmer. Fernandez. Pedro Neto. James. Pedro Neto looking to get on the end of this. Pedro Neto. Palmer trying to keep this in. It's a throw-in. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
You know, you can't really have any complaints of being withdrawn. There must have been at least 5 efforts at goal that were underwhelming.
Pedro Neto! Cleared without complication. Xiao. Willock. Jacob Murphy. Gordon. Out to the right. Very nicely done. And the finish! It's off target and by quite a way.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Fernandez. Caicedo. Garnacho. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Garnacho tries looking up for options on the left. And now the breakaway. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Calmly anticipates. Now who's going to be first to this? Moved on forwards. Livramento. Lofted upfield. And it's played forward. Now it's João Pedro. That's really well manoeuvred. Palmer. Pedro Neto. Oh, he's found support out wide. And that has been clubbed away. And it's Fernandes. Now it's Pedro Neto. Produces a cross. Oh, they could be caught out here. A chance to play it in.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Murphy. Livramento. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Livramento is fouled. Well, you might think he got off lightly, it is just a verbal warning. Joelinton. Now it's Gordon. Now it's Joelinton. Joelinton climbs up big.